All right. We are live once more. We're always live. And stand by for Amazon, and then we'll get going here. So yeah, this will be another one of my you experience it as I experience it situations. And I just got in this thing. And this is actually a continuation, or a sequel, if you will, to something we looked at a couple of years ago. This is the HP Sprocket Studio Plus. And what this thing is a dye sublimation printer that prints photos. They call it the photo lab in your house. So we should get some pretty high quality pictures out of this thing. So we're going to put that to the test here in a few minutes, and we'll see how it does. And in the meantime, what I'm doing here is getting my chat thing set up so I can pull up some of your comments. And yeah, these, it's funny, this one this will not do as well as a video on my channel initially, but it will do very well around the holiday season. And what's funny is when I've reviewed these Sprocket printers in the past, my subscriber base doesn't respond very well to these, but here's what's interesting. More often than not, about 95 to sometimes 100% of my audience, video to video, is male. When I review one of these Sprocket printers, it's almost like 75% women. So I'm sure YouTube will be presenting this video to the male members of my subscriber base, but ultimately it gets a lot of views from women because women are doing more of this photo printing. I'm not trying to be like sexist or anything. It's just what I see in my demographics and my analytics, that women tend to gravitate towards this product more than men do. Trap Exit is here. Robert Branch is here. Ando Gamer is here. David Langley is here. R the AI Wiz is here. Are you real or AI? Gil Garcia and Splat Dragon are here as well. So yeah, we're going to get cooking here and see what's in this box here. This came in free of charge from HP. I'm not sure if they want this thing back or not. We'll find out. And we will unbox it here. Join the Sprocket community. Whenever I hear Sprocket, I think of that Saturday Night Live skit, Sprockets. Okay, so this is the cartridge. This uses, again, a dye sublimation process. It's very different than the thermal process that we see on some of their zinc printers. So it will give us a different quality image, a better one perhaps. And Splat Dragon is interested, as am I. Carol is here too. So all the regulars are popping in here. And we have to install the Sprocket app to print, so we will do that in a minute. We can join the community. And then we've got some paper. They also, so in addition to the printer here and the paper that came with it, they also gave me a pack of paper. And Travel Diva is joining us on the Amazon chat. We're actually getting a lot of people on Amazon right now. So that's great. We have about 212 watching on Amazon right this moment. Isn't that crazy? That's more than I usually get. So here is the printer. It's actually kind of cute. So it's like a little mini printer. I think it prints like 4x6 max. And they said you want to keep the back, you want to keep a few inches on the back clear because the paper apparently comes out the back. So it goes in the front and out the back, something like that. We'll figure it out as we go here. And then we've got the power adapter here. Jay Richardson is joining us on the Amazon chat, and T. Cunningham is joining us on Amazon. And I want to thank Al231 for the follow on Amazon. Yeah, this stuff does really well on the Amazon side because it's this is like a very retail, a little more retail than we typically look at. So we'll get this thing powered up. It's got a pretty big power supply. It is a 60-watt power supply. I would imagine this dye sub process uses a little more power than your average printer does. So my tech guy Tim is joining us on the YouTube side. R says he's not a bot, he's real. He commands the AI, but is not one himself. Ando Gamer is joining us. R says, did you know the evolution of the printer is actually really, really slow? No one seems interested in printers in the manufacturing world. Yeah, you know, I see what happens is that every year they come up with new printers, but they're exactly the same as the prior year, right? Or there's some subtle differences here or there, but that's about it. All right, so it looks like the cartridge goes in the side here. What about the other side? Nothing there. So we got, I guess the paper must go in here. We'll figure it all out as we go here. It might just be like a page at a time or something, right? We shall figure it out. I think it's cute. I like the little feet. That's neat. Look how long, and by the way, it comes with a super long power cord. Oh, and Jay Richardson that's right, he's quick cast. That's right. I knew that was you. The Canon Media has a lot less expensive. Yeah, page wide. I reviewed a page wide printer. They don't make them anymore? I thought that was like their big thing. Jesse wants to know if I ever thought about taking my YouTube channel on the road, like a travel channel. I do, actually, I do go on the road. And this continues my gripe with the YouTube algorithm. I have a whole playlist called Dispatches where I go on the road. It's not so much travel kind of stuff. It's more, you know, going to tech conferences and that sort of thing. But I do go on the road. And it never puts my videos in front of people when I do, for whatever reason. The algorithm I work for doesn't think that you want to see that, but I think people do want to see that. And I have a lot of fun going on the road. So we go to New York City, we go to Las Vegas, go all over. All right, so I got to figure out how to set this thing up here. So I need to install the app to get instructions. So that's where the app comes in. And Travel Diva just subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so let me grab my app here. I've got to go and get my app installed. So we have to install the HP Sprocket app in order for this thing to start working. So let me do that here in 1 second. And get that going. I'm multitasking here, trying to keep track of everything. And I'm also putting up the Amazon thing on my computer so I can look at it while I'm working on the app here. Okay, so HP Sprocket is what I need for an app here. All right, in fact, I have installed the app previously, but we will install it here fresh. Okay, so we're going to open that up. I've got to log in, I think. I'll zoom in on this in a second once I get everything situated. All right, so let me go and log into my account. I'm sure I've got an account with them because I looked at the Sprocket printers prior to this. Let's go hp.com. Yes, I have a number of HP accounts. Let's see if this one is the one. Let's see if it lets me in. Nope, wrong, doesn't like that one. Let's try a different one. Bear with me here, folks. Randall is joining us from Texas. Oops, hang on. See, this is what happens when you don't log into something for a while now. Like sometimes they turn your account off, or then you end up making another one. Let's see, HP. So let's try hp.com. There's also hpconnected.com, which might be another one that I did. Nope, not that one. I may just set up a new account if I can't find my other. I've got like 12 other HP accounts on here, so let's see what else we got. HP Connected. Let's try that one. If that doesn't do it, then I'll just set up a new one. Nope. All right, so let's set up a new account. Bear with me, folks. I got to get the account going here. Yeah, Gorman's got the portable one. Yeah, that's a nice little printer. That prints those little stickers, the zinc stickers. And this is different. This is different. Hey, Antonio is joining us. So Antonio is my good friend I've known for many years. My kids call him Uncle Antonio. And he and I did Toy Fair together. We were And we did the last NASA thing that I went to. By the way, I do that too. I go to space stuff. So we did that also. That was fun until it got canceled like for the 5th time, right? All right. David says, it reminds me of yeah, I just keep thinking of that Saturday Night Live skit. This is the part of Sprockets where we dance, right? Remember that whole thing? You all may be, some of you may remember that. Who did that Sprockets thing? I forgot who did that. So I would say it probably doesn't work without an internet connection because the app is kind of intertwined with it, although we'll see. Maybe there's some Bluetooth to this. Yep, this is what I'm talking about. Drives me crazy, and I think you might be interested in seeing them. And so my latest piece on the channel is about this notion of kind of regaining control of the subscription feed. Because what they're saying to people is that, I don't necessarily agree with this, but maybe, I understand where they're coming from. What the powers that be tell you to do now is if you have a different topic, make a new channel. That's what they're telling you to do. That wasn't how it used to be, but that's how it is now. And it's hard because if you're like me, I'm a generalist. I cover everything that interests me that's technology related. And it's just not going to take the risk of putting this in front of people if it's a different topic or even now it's like to the point where technology as a whole isn't good enough for the topic. It's all these little tiny verticals. Drives me crazy. Yeah, I should take a look at some of those Canon printers. I see them at some of the shows. I have to see if I can get one in. Yes, Ubisoft, that's pretty bad, right? Since you bought games from them, they're going to kill it, right? Yeah, I have not tried the selfie. I should get one of those in and see. And yeah, typically these Sprocket printers do not work that way. I'm looking at they sent me some reviewer instructions here too. Oh, there's a printing tray I got to get connected. All right, so let's go find that. So it must be in the box. Yes, they power on, get the app. So it doesn't look like it goes on your Wi-Fi. All right, let me get, I got to find this tray then. I didn't see it in the box. Unless it pulls out. Yeah, I get so eager to like rip into these boxes, I miss what else is in them. Yeah, I don't see a tray in here. Maybe it pulls out. Let's see. Does this thing pull out? No. What did I miss? Yeah, it says here, connect the printing tray. Disconnect the printing tray. Oh, I see. It's from the top of the printer. So this is, is this how it works? From the top of the printer. It doesn't look like this disconnects at all. It doesn't appear as though this top part comes off. So I don't know what they mean by that. Unless they gave me, this is the same thing. Yeah, it looks like it comes right out. See that? So disconnect the printing tray from the top of the printer and secure it to the tray opening. So maybe it does come off. It doesn't feel like it. Well, let me follow the directions. Let's take it from the top. Let's follow the prescribed directions as a consumer would experience it, because most consumers don't get that guide in the box. So we'll figure that out. All right, we got some questions here. Meatface is joining us once again. Wow, lots of people in here. Okay, so let me go through the Amazon comments here, and then I'll go back to the YouTube ones. So Mark wants to know, that is a cute little printer. Is it USB powered or does it have an internal battery? So this is powered not by USB, but by this big honkin' power cord with a barrel connector. So this is not the same as their portable printer that they have marketed for a number of years now. All right, so I'm going to plug it in. Meatface wants to know, is this the 4-color wax films? Yes, so this is the dye sublimation printer. And it says that this should lift off, but I don't see how this lifts off. I'm crazy. Oh, wait, it's coming off. Hang on. Wow, that's really hard to get off. That's nuts. If that's how this thing... Maybe there's a switch somewhere or something. Like, maybe it latches in. So it says it just lifts off, unless it's already off. Maybe I missed something here. There's no way that's coming off. All right, so let me see if... And I went through the box. I did not see anything else in the box with it. I'm not crazy, am I? Well, I am crazy, but I went through this entire box, and we took everything out, and I did not see, unless mine just didn't come with it. Because like this doesn't feel like it comes off. DPT17 got his first Android notification about a live stream on Amazon in like a year. Yeah, notifications just don't work. It's crazy. Yeah, exactly. We have to have Lon.TV 1, 2, and 3. It's going to be like ESPN, exactly. Oh, so Josh has a good suggestion. Maybe push down and pop off. Yeah, no, it doesn't. I almost feel like there was supposed to be something else on top of it that is just not here. Because it feels like I'm really forcing it to try to get it off. But let me follow the directions, and maybe it gives me a better indicator. And I'll note this on my notes here. And I'll have a full review of this coming up soon, so you can get a better, more concise review of this thing. All right, so let's go into the Sprocket printer. And I can go back and look at my footage and see if I'm missing something here. I don't think I took it out. Let's take a look. I'm gonna actually go back. I'm gonna fast forward through my unboxing portion here, because I can do that, and see if I missed anything. I'm watching the unboxing part right now. Yeah, it says, so according to the paper pack here, it says that it goes up, and that there should be like another drawer to it. So I'm just looking at all right, so I'm watching my live stream right now as I am unpacking the printer. I don't think it came with that extra part. So I'm looking inside the little box thing that it came with. And it was just the manual this, and then the printer is underneath. I'm just watching this just to make sure I didn't miss anything. You all can rewind it too and see if I'm crazy. So there's the printer. Nothing underneath it there. And I was remarking about how cute it looks, right? And then inside was the power cord, and that's it. Yeah, so it definitely did not have anything else in the box. Yeah, so it's just missing it. All right, well, we'll run with it. I may not be able to do this if it doesn't have the, the actual part you need to load the paper in. That's crazy. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll have to get in touch with them. Oh, okay, so cartridge, there's a little hole. So that's different. That's for the cartridge. What we're looking to do is try to get the paper tray, which apparently is integrated into the top of it, to get that to come off. But I don't think it's on here. Hang on a second. All right, sorry everybody, I gotta just deal with one thing here real quick. Okay. So hang on a second, everybody. What? Couch for a minute. Okay. My daughter's looking for my wife and she can't find her, so we'll have to bear with us here. Okay, so yeah, so I don't think that this thing has the top tray that it's supposed to come with. Let me check in this box here. Maybe it came in here. This is just the cartridges and the sheets. This is like a little pack of paper that you get with it. All right, let's see. You have a notch on the side. It comes off. His daughter has one. So there's a notch on the side here. I just don't see a notch anywhere. There's a notch here. Unless it's on the bottom. It just doesn't feel like it can come off without completely breaking everything. I just don't think it has it. But we'll keep plugging away here. Let me go follow the directions and we'll see what happens. So let's turn it on. And push the button here. It does look like it's got Wi-Fi though, so maybe this does work over the network.
Daddy,
yes, Ellie? Okay. I have a silver play button.
Do you have a golden one?
What's that?
Do you have a golden one?
Do I have a golden one? I don't have a golden one yet. Need a few more subscribers for that.
Are you talking to us?
Ellie's here. She was looking for you.
I thought you were filming. So
I am filming, so I'm on. All right, so let's get this thing set up. So enjoy the full Sprocket experience. We'll say Bluetooth, and we'll give it connections to my photos. And this is the Sprocket Studio Plus. All right, it is powered on. Load paper. Remove paper tray from the, here it is. Pull out the side cover. I mean, I can try to force it off, but this does not look like it looks like it is stuck on here. And I don't think I'm crazy. I don't think we had any other pieces in here. So this might be a quick stream if for some reason it's actually missing the top part of the printer. Because it actually wants me to pull that paper tray off. But I don't see any way to get this off. I don't think it's on there. Is it big enough that maybe to have the tray? Yeah, because there is definitely no way that this is what it looks like when the tray is off. They actually have a picture of it here on the manual. And so there's supposed to be like a little slotted thing here, as you can see. And it's just not there. And I went back through the recording. Let me check the box that everything came in, just in case I missed something. Like the actual shipping box. But I don't see it in here at all. And I watched my unboxing from start to finish, so it wasn't like something I just tossed aside. It was just not in there. So let's take a look at the rest of the shipping box here. I bet you that they opened this thing up to inspect it, and maybe they forgot to put it back in when they resealed it. I don't know. It was factory sealed, I think, when I got it. Yeah, because if you look at the box here, like that's what it looks like when the tray is not in it. Yeah, so what's supposed to happen here, according to the instructions, is that there's a piece on the top that comes off and then slides into this to be the paper path that it takes. But I am looking all over the place here. I don't see. Like I said, I played back the footage just to make sure that I didn't miss it. Because sometimes I get excited when I open these things up and there's like all this stuff and you want to go through it all. But there is definitely no paper tray anywhere. So I may have to call them and say, hey, where's the paper tray? But let's see if I can get around. I mean, I don't know if I can get away without it. It looks like that tray is kind of required in order to get the stuff loaded. I will check inside of the box here and see if maybe there's one in the box. I don't think so. Let's see what we've got in here. So yeah, inside the kit here, we've got paper and 2 ribbons, but no paper tray. And in the starter kit here, we just have this. And it kind of looks like this tray is important for grabbing the paper. Yeah, there is definitely no way that's coming off. Like it feels like I could crack it open, but that is not. There's nothing underneath it. Is what I'm saying. So, yeah, I think that's it. So I may write to them and say, hey, I think we're missing a part here because we don't have the paper tray that supposedly this thing comes with. So what else is going on? Well, that stinks because that was like today's project was to get this thing ready for a review. But it doesn't look like it came ready for me to review. Yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere around here. Well, that's it. I'm going to have to write to them and say, that's it. So maybe the tray is under the documentation. Yeah, I checked under there. I looked through everything. This is what came in the box. We had this and this and this. That was like the starter pack. We had the reviewer guide that was in the box. And then this is like one of the refill kits. So it's just paper in here and 2 cartridges. And I did not open anything until we started this. Yeah, so it's definitely, I mean, it's got a seam around it, but if I tug, I mean, this shouldn't be that hard to take that off, right? Like it shouldn't come down to that. Yeah, it's definitely not it. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, the tray is huge. It's hard to miss. Yeah, no, nobody's got it. Like I'm going to go back. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go back, and you all can do this also. If we go back to the unboxing replay here, so I don't have my computer hooked up to my screen right now, but I'm just going through. Okay, wait, there was a white box. Yeah, it didn't have the tray in there. It was just the cartridge. Hey, where'd that white box go? It just had the cartridge and the manuals. That was it. I'm just watching the replay here. I bet you that it was supposed to be in here and it wasn't. Because then the printer came out after I looked at those manuals, and it was wrapped in plastic. Yeah, no, it definitely is not in there. I'm looking at the unboxing because I did not open this box up until we started the stream. So that's it. Oh well. Well, I have to go right to them now and tell them that I can't actually evaluate this thing. So we will. All right, I've got a few other comments here. The tray is sold separately. Yeah. So Kindle customer says, okay, so let's go back through here. Elena wants to know what kind of phone this is. This is just an iPhone 14 Pro. Sliding top to right. Yeah, no, there's definitely nothing. I think this is the part that's on top of it. Yeah, nothing sliding here. It's all just securely connected. Like it looks like this is what's underneath it. Because I'm looking at like the diagram here. There's no HP logo on the tray that's supposed to be on top. Yeah, there's nothing under here. I mean, it's just a piece of paper. There's definitely not. And then you have this is the cartridge that goes in the side of it. Let's see. Push down on top and slide to the right. Yeah, this is not it. It's definitely not there. Yeah, T. Cunningham says PC load letter. If you remember those old HP printers, that's mine used to say that all the time. All right. Yeah, on HP website they say the tray is noticeable. Yeah, it's definitely just was not in the box. So I could share a picture with the YouTube chat. So let me go back and see. Here, I'll go pull up the picture of, if I can find a picture of it so you can see what it's supposed to look like. This is the Sprocket Studio Plus. I think I still have the other one. They're good printers. The die sub is really cool. I'm just looking to see if they've got, yeah, so for whatever reason, mine does not have the paper tray. So I'm going to send you a picture. I'm going to put this picture on the air so you can see what it was supposed to look like. All right, and then here, so now we've saved that. So I will pull that up and you can see what it's supposed to look like here. So let's go to image. Now I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. I had this all planned out. This was going to be today's project. So now I got to find something else to do. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to have. So I think in that white box, we were supposed to have the cartridge in there. And that's not what this one came with. So it is missing. So we had the cartridge, we had the manuals, but the paper tray is not there. So that's what that thing's supposed to look like. This doesn't have it. So I'm going to go email them and take a look at that. I did get, you know what, let me go get something else, because I did get one other thing in. So here's something to, yeah, everyone says we're missing the paper tray. That's it. All right. So let me go get the other thing that I got in. I think it might be upstairs still. Did I bring it back? Oh, here it is. So this thing's expensive, but I've been looking for a while. I'll put this up on the chat. So I have been looking for, and I'll add this to my thing here. Yeah, no, so they just did not include the tray. The tray's supposed to sit on top of this, and you put it on top and you're not using it to keep it compact, and then it slides into the front. It's just not here. And I checked through the opening when I went through the box. I replayed it all on YouTube, so you can go back and look also. If you want, you all can rewind and see if I just like threw it aside without focusing on it. But I checked the replay. I don't see it anywhere. But I did get something else in, so I will show you this in the meantime. Let me add it to the mix. So that way we don't make this a total bust. This thing is expensive, and this is the kind of stuff that I can buy kind of as, I don't want to give you tax advice, but this is something I need for the business, if you will, because I always like to test to see if things are charging properly, if we're getting the full USB voltage and amperage that they claim to be getting. And I've bought a bunch of these over the years, and they've all been terrible. So this one I'm hoping for $110 is a little better. So this is a little USB voltage amperage meter. And supposedly, this thing works better than the ones I have tried before. So let's see what happens with it. Let me go find my cable here. So I'm going to plug it in. I think that's how it's supposed to work. Let's see. Oh, goes in. It goes in there. Let's see. Let's see what this one does. Ah, here we go. Okay, so we're going to do English. All right, I don't need to do that. Start. Okay, so it's like a little voltage meter for USB. Actually, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Let me get the focus on the camera going here. And let's take here, I got the first thing I can plug it into here is my Steam Deck. Hopefully it doesn't zap the Steam Deck. So let's plug in the Steam Deck. I'm not sure how much battery life this thing has in it. Let's see, does that actually charge anything or no? It actually knows its orientation also. I guess that's not how it's supposed to work. Okay, so I think I need to take another USB cable and plug it into that. So let me grab a USB cable. It's got like all these USB ports on it. I don't know which one is what. All right, so now I'm plugged this in. Let's see. That doesn't seem to be working either. All right. Maybe it goes in like, maybe this goes in like that. Oh, it's still, oh, it has like a little battery in it, I bet. Let's see, let's plug, let's try this. Oh, there we go. Okay, now it's working. And is the Steam Deck's little light is on. Okay, so what this does is it tells you the wattage going through your USB. Isn't that cool? And this one seems to be like actually good. So a lot of the other ones I've looked at are not so good. And Travel Diva says, yes, that is me. I am the man that doesn't read instructions. That is me. And you know why? Because I look at it from this perspective. How hard is it for the consumer to get started with it? That's kind of how it looks. So, all right, hang on a second here. Let's see what, I missed a whole bunch of comments here. Like John says the dog stole it, right? Yeah, you got to use the car. Exactly. Exactly. Do I have any rechargeable? Yes, I use the Enter loops because they hold on to their charge a little better. Yeah, my guess is that, and if I'm a conscientious PR agency, I'm going to check and make sure that everything is in the box. And I bet you they opened it up, took everything out to make sure it was good, and they forgot to put the tray back in. But yeah, it happens with everything. I'm not holding it against them. So I think that's what happened here. It just stinks because I wanted to play with this today. That was like my agenda for today. So that is not what's going to happen today. But I did have one thing to take a look at. Yeah, that's true. There's also bad instructions that you can see too. But yeah, it seems to work pretty nice. I've got a good indicator here. Now watch this. I'm going to load up kind of a demanding game here. Let's see if it can. Actually, you know what would be kind of fun is see what the Steam Deck's, how the Steam Deck reports power versus what this thing reports. Let's see. But I like it. You know what's nice about it is it shows up on camera really nice. So I'm just going to jump into an area where it really pushes things. And then what's cool about the Steam Deck is that we can pull up a menu and see what the power requirements are on this. It just seems like it's got a good amount of granularity to it. So what we have here is the voltage, the amperage, and the watts. But we've got like 5 decimal places on each of them. Yeah, so I think the older one didn't have a tray, or the tray was built in. But this one definitely needs the tray. Yes, and YouTube provides great RSS, which is it really is awesome. All right, so now let's pull this up. So I can go here and go to yeah, perfect. Okay, so actually that's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. There is a spot where it says the voltage or the wattage. I know I'm not crazy, but I remember seeing, maybe they updated it, because it used to show you how many watts it was consuming. It's kind of neat. You can see the variation in power consumption based on what the CPU, or in this case the APU, is looking for. Isn't that cool? But I could have sworn this thing used to give us the power consumption too. Let me pull up those. They must have updated it, because that's just the frame counter. Oh, here we go. Refresh rate, TDP limit, scaling filter. Huh. Yeah, so I got the battery level, the fan level. I thought that might be a really cool way to show this, how this thing works. But again, it's not showing me. Oh, okay, so I'm getting watts on the CPU and GPU independently. But as you can see here, it's pulling about 25 watts. Pretty cool, huh? That thing's neat. This is my space game. It sure does. I'm playing it right now. This is my base. You all have seen this before. You know, it's funny. I actually, and you saw, well, some of you saw this, people that got the notification. I had bought the ROG Ally. I actually prefer the Steam Deck to it. And you know what it is? It's the control. The control surfaces are better on the Steam Deck. And I also found that when you've got a screen this small, so the ROG Ally and this have the same screen size pretty much. And when you're at this small of a screen, 720p, which effectively is what we're playing this game at right now, almost looks the same as 1080p, because it's just such a small display. And you've got really dense pixels. Maybe it looks a little sharper, but I didn't notice much of a difference, because the Ally can play games at the same frame rate as the Steam Deck can at 720p, and the Ally can do 1080p. And it was disappointing also because the controls were just terrible on it. And what ended up happening with mine was that the controller started drifting. So it was a total bummer. And I haven't had those issues on the Steam Deck. I did get in a couple of replacement Hall effect sticks for the Steam Deck, which I might put in. That'll be a fun live stream project. But that one I might delay until I have somebody that might help me with the soldering, because there's a little bit of soldering that you have to do. I didn't realize this, but the sticks on the Steam Deck are capacitive, the tops of the sticks. So it can just sense your finger pushing it. So see you later, Gil. Sorry we didn't get a printer printing, but I'll write to them and see what works here. Yeah, I think this is the problem with RSS. It's too obscure for the average person, and it doesn't have to be. I think they could make it simpler, or people could if they really wanted to. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, well, I got to go get in touch with HP here and see if we can get this situated, but at least I was able to play with this thing, and I guess there's some controls on it, so let's see what else we can do here if I push these buttons in. Whoa. Oh, you can actually increase the sample rate. That's cool. Oh, it's got like little applications on here too. Jeez. Look at all this stuff. I have no idea what I'm even looking at. This thing's kind of neat. So you can get like a really nice real-time look at it. That's cool. Well, this solves my problem. I've been looking for something like this for a while, and now I have it. So that is neat. I wonder what else we could charge with this thing. Because you know, it's fun to be able to demonstrate, for example, one of these crazy power things that I've reviewed recently. Because depending on how many different things you have plugged in, it will behave differently. And you get different amounts of power coming out the back. So that's cool. But yeah, good stuff. All right, well, we're going to come back to this printer. I'm going to email them right now. I've had it I feel bad because I didn't get to it right away. And it's been sitting here. So we'll figure it out. All right, everybody, I'm going to take off for now. This was a little quicker than I anticipated, but I've got to go find something else to do today because I've got to keep feeding the beast. The algorithm that I work for requires me to constantly feed it. So I need to find something else to give to it now. So in any event, I will catch you all on the next one. All right, see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.